my befuddled state, that was my first thought. That was the so we wait to see what race control come up with there, because they are better looking at it. My left shoulder. I suspect that will be picked up with the emergency service call down there. EMR safety crew with their new F-150 Raptors are already, well, one of them's down there. We've also got one of the tow trucks posted right in front of that safety van as well down there, which is another thought. And of course, because it's listening in, I think you know exactly what you're asking. Duncan Vincent has already plotted up at a remote sport. We can have a word with Carl Taylor to see what's happening.
Car went off the corner over there, couldn't make the full turn, so he went. I don't know if you're able to see the cars down there. That's why it's yellow flag.
So I've been seeing you guys push starting on the pit lane. Has that been happening? Because a couple of cars are doing that.
Yeah, we've had to do it since about the third pit stop. So it's been a long night for the boys, and honestly, it's what can you say? It's just been one of those races. Some years that is kind to you, and this year is certainly not one of those.
Thanks for your time, buddy.
Thank you.
There's a certain sense of resignation in the voice of Carl too. That you start not easy to get to necessarily on these cars. You might think when I'm looking at James cars, got underneath the engine, lost any opportunity of a decent result in let's say a 6-hour race. If it was a quick release. I've seen in the past the Dunes cars run 2 starter motors, sometimes 2 coil packs as well for cars. That's the belt and races way. And I had Duncan
unfortunately came back to haunt them in Rosary Sterk, but it got them through every pit stop. But yeah, giving the old starter to the hip, you'll remember that from the old days.
Yeah, I do remember that. I think that what actually gave them the issue was the fact they tried to take it up and hide it with apart from it wasn't easy. It's a Europol 343, I'm being told, from London, with Nolan Siegel leading at the moment. Is one of the cars that we've yet to hear from a team member from, so we'll try and put that right in the next couple of hours. And I'll give a couple of Duncan likes nothing but a challenge. I rattled off half a dozen numbers to him in the middle of the night, and he pinged them off with the ease of a sharpshooter sniper picking off floating ducks at the fairground. I mean, it was just joy to listen to. Joy to see everyone. I'll give you into what was indeed the tower car number 8. That's made contact with the left rear of Logan Sargent. So I can't really tell just so it's well and truly up to the point where I have gone into the kit bag and pulled out what would now be known, I think, in fashion circles as a vintage IMSA car.
Is it vintage because of its age, or is it vintage because it's made to look old?
No, this is an old one.
Okay. That is the logo, yeah. That's the old school IMSA logo, very nice.
very least, possibly even a bit older. For something that Fridays, for something that's entirely costly, for something that's entirely, and I found this have a side. When it can't get pulled within, you want to keep it. It's quite nice for I used to play cricket in this one as well, so it's big in the walls a bit. 3-4-3 in the pit lane, is it not? That's the other in the Euroball car, Antonio Felix da Costa, but doing this down there anyway at the pit.
Yeah, he's not liking what he's seeing.
We were in a good position there, so yeah, hopefully we can get back to the front and keep pushing.
Your Euroball car has been strong all day, and so a minor blip in the pits. Do you have any space to come back?
Definitely with the pace, I felt super good in the car. Really happy with the balance and the team, the strategy. Unfortunately, we've got a starter motor issue, so the last stop we lost 6-7 seconds not being able to turn on the car. This one looked like just something maybe with a tire change, but I think strategy and stops depending, we should still be in the fight in a pretty good position to fight for this one.
When did you get back in the car yourself? You're still thinking about that, but it's still running.
Just a race in total, but I mean, I think I'll do three or so race stints. We're a bit limited, when we do the driver changes because of the side of our issue, so it's more about that mindset.
Thanks for taking it.
Cheers, man.
That was brilliant. Sorry about that, John.
No, that's absolutely right. Number 15-7 in the car. This one for emergency service. You'll have to come back around and do that. Again, another starting moment for the I don't remember that being an issue down through the years with the
It's true that you hear about it from time to time, but it seems to me maybe it's coincidental, but it seems like we're going to just produce a short bit of time. We covered the LMP2 pit stops a moment ago, but we've had a little bit of a shake up the GTP with some pit strategy here. Few cars staying out of this with a different sequence by cycle. Marco Wittmann to the lead for AWM Team WRT. Jordan Taylor up into second. Will Stevens to third. Those are two Cadillacs from the Wayne Taylor Racing stable. They're at 81, 90, and 84% energy respectively. The rest of the field is at 97% as they cycle around behind the safety car. So the slight throw of the dice by the top three. They were in a position where they were a little more energy rich than the others. They wanted to stay out and use the track position. We'll see if that's enough to keep them in contention. And then a couple of GT cars, as you pointed out, John, that in the close pit for emergency service. Conquest was one, Windward was another. Windward now back into complete the mandatory service here on this time around.
So 4.5 hours to go, 10 past 9. Talking now about swinging the strategy, we have got to start thinking now with just a sixth of the racing thereabouts left about how we to those strategy awards, one in the prototype classes and one nomination in the GT classes. Now, you might think having taken a quarter of the race out, sitting behind one or other of the Porsche GT3 safety cars, that back to all the strategy out of the race in the middle of the night. Quite that easy.
No, because the data point we had with Stuart Cox a little while ago was really enlightening on that account. You were talking about the fact that IMSA elected to do their normal full course yellow procedure at the end of that 6.5-hour yellow. IMSA was utilizing the strategy, but not exactly. Stuart talked about the fact that they knew that that was coming. They also knew that if they could be in a position with a little more fuel than their competitors, they could then have a shorter stop in that final full course yellow procedure and get track position. So what it did do is it evened the playing field. It gave everyone the same opportunity to read the rules and react accordingly. The best teams did that, got some track position, and others that were a little slower to react then consequently lost a few spots.
When they're going to take the yellow flag out?
In the tower car, which may be getting a penalty in a moment, prejudge that. But if those drivers are going to go at it for a little while, De Costa, Siegel, Jakobsen, Cameron, Clifford Simpson, Gregoire, Saucy, Parker Thompson as well, has just got into the number 52 LMP 2 car, which is still the last car on the lead lap in LMP2. That's the Brian Lerner Autosport. We call it the Wins car. That's the colour of the sponsorship livery. And Ben Keegan's car as well. 57 Winwood car out
This is their fourth time. Previous yellow, they had the interim opportunity to do full service on the car that dropped them into the back of the league in their class. So then, as the class split is
Still yellow.
for all cars, anyway, class splits and separations are going to happen. So you might as well top off on fuel. That might open a window a little bit later on. I think that's exactly what they've done. I'm not counting that car out by any stretch of the imagination with 4 hours, 27 minutes to go. It's Indy Doncia in the car right now. I think that Mercedes has plenty to
Sheldon to notice that. It's the easiest thing to get all excited about rejoining and blast through the red light.
And a couple of cars were penalized for just that. That happened in engineering, for example. I think there was one other car that had a foul of that too, but that was the most noteworthy one. Speaking of Sheldon Van der Linde, for the first time in a little while, unless I missed something, I think both BMWs are now back on the lead lap once again in GTP. It's been an uphill climb for the 24 car. That's the Sheldon Van der Linde car. They dropped down the order. I have to do a little digging to remind myself exactly what happened to that car earlier in the race that caused them to drop down. But they've recovered nicely, and now once again, BMW has a couple of cars that are in contention to try and get a result today.
Ryan Marine alongside yellow ball is somewhat diffused with a combination of still that low-lying fog as well, to be honest. Track temperature about 17 when I went off there at 6 o'clock this morning. Still the air temperature holding solidly at 63, which is 17 Celsius. It's a warming down for all cars as we're ready for the category split. The other thing I heard about Ipsa overnight was from race control was the decision during that long yellow really early on to basically have the category split. Has found another Scotsman. This is Paul di Resta.
Yeah, as I was heading towards Ford Racing, which is at the other end of the building, I bumped into Paul di Resta, Paul just fresh in the car. He's next to the unfortunately, he's next to the wins and 11 of them. But talk us through how exactly the whole thing went for you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're quite as happy with the car as we'd like to be. We were definitely a lot more comfortable in the night and yesterday, even in the day. But the track evolves quickly here. Temperatures coming up. Hopefully I'll put us back in it, but we're just trying to see whether first time we want to be on the diet to do some very fast cars. Yeah, unfortunately the pit stop I was a bit confused. Start today to say the wheels were spinning, so you've got to take out the chin. There's a long race to go. Slight mistake of mine, I can have to do that, but ultimately I'm trying to maximize. The drivers are running the shot and discussing.
Vincent and Paul di Resta in the pit lane there. Class splits there. Just joining us. It's all the GTPs going the front of the field. Behind them, it's all the LMP2s in with their lapped cars. And then it's all the GTD Pros in class order. So on the timing screen, you can see that the number 23, Aston Martin Valkyrie, is sitting in 18th position, just over halfway down the LMP2 field. But that car will go to 11th in line behind its GTP brethren. Similarly, any LMP2s that are out of sequence will join on with the back of the LMP2 field. GTD Pro with the red number backgrounds. The Lamborghini Huracan of Andrea Caldarelli's just been in the...
They are already bunched up for the most part. Here they come again.
GTT cars get ahead of it. That will go back on the 12th GTT car in a line. So when we see the class split, that is basically all of the cars in their own place. Now this is good news. We have the reappearance of Corvette number 3 after that problem with the right wheel. It's 26 minutes. Suspension
something. He's just lost a position within the last couple of laps. 5 laps ago, in fact, to Yuri Vips. That's the right better been landing in.